next, we got a really short notice fight with Timothy Cuamba taking this fight just yesterday, I believe. So he's only going to have, 3, 4 days notice for this fight. So really short amount of time to prep, and he's moving up a weight class, making his UFC debut. So it's a lot that he has to cram in this short period of time. But what's good for Cuamba is he did just fight last week. He fought Michael Stack. He got the win via head kick knockout in the second round. He didn't really take a lot of damage from the fight. I don't know how hard the training camp was, but didn't take a lot of damage in the fight. And Cuamba, had that win on the Contender Series, didn't get the contract. Now he's getting this real short notice opportunity. He just had his birthday a couple of days ago. So, with the win in his MMA fight with his birthday, he probably did celebrate. And who knows what type of shape he's actually going to be in. But hopefully he didn't get that out of shape in, less than a week. But you're looking at his opponent here, Bolaji Oki. He was supposed to fight a couple different guys here. This is going to be like his third different opponent. So he's also getting some things to deal with coming into his UFC debut. He's not really getting to train for the opponent that he's going to be facing through his whole training camp. So that's difficult for him as well. He was going to fight Hadzovic, who's a striker too, but Cuamba has a lot more different of a striking style. So it's going to be interesting to see if Bolaji can adjust to that. But matchup-wise, I'm intrigued in this fight. I haven't seen a line yet on this fight, but I want to know what it opens at and what the odds are on Cuamba. Obviously, he's going to be very undersized in my opinion. I think that Oki's he's a pretty big guy even for 155, and obviously Cuamba normally fights at 145. But if you look at it from a skill perspective, I feel like Cuamba is the more skillful striker on the feet, and that's where they both mainly like to operate. Oki, he's really flashy, and he could kind of not deceive people because he is a great striker, but he could be really low volume, not do much the whole fight, where it's really unimpressive. And then when he explodes in and he lands his big combinations against the fence and crumbles his opponent, you forget about all that, and you just remember the finish, and you're kind of enthralled by him, even though he didn't do a lot for a majority of the fight. So he's one of those guys where Timothy Cuamba, he's a very fast finesse striker where he's going to be looking to stick and move, pull counter you and make you chase him and then touch you with strikes and then get you frustrated and then try to land something big. Landed obviously a really nice head kick his last fight. And he trains at Extreme Couture, so wrestling defense has improved pretty significantly. He still can get taken down and grind it out, I believe, against the right opponent, but Oki, I've seen him take down certain guys, but I think if he ends up trying to wrestle and do all that with Cuamba, it's probably going to be because he's losing the fight. So that'll be an indicator. But Cuamba just has to stick and move, avoid the power, not try to knock Oki out or throw big shots, because I don't know if he's going to be able to hurt him necessarily. Oki's a really big, durable guy at 155. So just worry about finesse, sticking and moving, using your technique, because Oki can be a little bit flat-footed. He can be a little bit low volume at range. Where Oki really shines and where he looks like a world beater is when he can back you up near the fence. He'll throw knees to the body, punches to the body, punches up top, really nice combinations. It's elite speed. And when he goes, and he can really hurt you, can land clean. And he's also pretty good cardio. He has good durability. So he's someone that if you slow down on him and he could start to back you up and get you in the spots where he wants and he can explode, he could really start to do damage and get you out of there. And he also has the knockout power to take you out early or take you out late. I do think that Oki, he doesn't have a lot of experience in longer fights though. And I don't know exactly if he'll hold up 100%. Like, certain fights I've seen him get tired, but it's because he was using a lot of wrestling. If it's a straight-up striking fight, I could see him potentially keeping that pace. It's just something we got to see. I think he's obviously going to be in the best shape he's ever been coming into his UFC debut. This is a tough one for me. I feel like Cuamba is definitely a live underdog. It's just the fact that he's going to be significantly smaller, the short notice aspect of it and all that that's really throwing me off predicting him as the winner just straight up. So I'm going to say Oki finds the knockout shot at some point during the fight, maybe first, second round. But I feel like this could be a competitive fight, and it could be an upset victory here for Cuamba potentially. But Oki looks like a guy that potentially could get a lot better. He's very skillful. He has the ability to shut the lights out. So I don't really want to predict a guy to beat him that's only had like 2 or 3 days of a mindset to fight against. So I'm going to say Oki gets the job done and wins this one via knockout.